Thoughts to build on by KOPMEYER, 15. Chapter 15. Practice, in your imagination, makes perfect. The only way you can truly become an expert in almost any field is to practice intensively in your imagination. That's what professionals do. And a professional either does it right or doesn't get paid. That's what experts do. And that's how they became experts. So practicing in your imagination is not some kind of magic. It is the proper, and now accepted, application of the most reliable psychological and physiological principles. In golf, you couldn't possibly think of all the things you must do to make a perfect drive, stroke, or putt, while you are doing them, any more than you could consciously direct each intricate movement of your hands and fingers while playing the piano or typing a letter. You simply cannot think that rapidly with your conscious mind, so that job is delegated by nature to your subconscious mind, which operates at miraculous speed and with perfect accuracy. In fact, your subconscious mind directs almost everything you think, feel or do, from operating your heartbeat to providing the goal-seeking procedure by which you make a fortune if that's what you instructed to do. Let's see how you practice in your imagination by using your subconscious mind in sports. Take bowling. First, you must learn how to bowl with as perfect form as possible. You do this by taking lessons from an expert, by watching champions bowl, and by studying the many excellent self-instruction books written and illustrated by the best bowlers in the world. Then, having thoroughly learned exactly what to do, you practice. You practice in two ways. 1. Actual practice by really bowling, preferably under the watchful eyes of an expert instructor. 2. You practice each movement in your imagination over and over again, having first learned to do it perfectly. It is absolutely essential that you know how to do it perfectly before you practice in your imagination, because that's exactly how you will do it in the future. How do you practice in your imagination? First, you relax in an easy chair in a quiet room away from all distractions. You don't have to, but it's best. Then you, mentally, take each perfect movement at a time and consciously visualize you're performing that movement to perfection. Over and over again. Actually, you are impressing mental images of yourself executing the movement perfectly into your subconscious mind. It is essential to understand that your subconscious mind cannot comprehend instructions from your conscious mind except in the form of mental images. If your subconscious is shown the word lift, it will only receive the individual letters lift, which will mean nothing to it except how to spell the word. But if your conscious mind frequently impresses upon your subconscious mind the mental image of imparting a lift to your bowling ball by squeezing your fingers at the moment of release, your subconscious mind will incorporate that lift into your actual bowling delivery, resulting in many more consecutive strikes due to the extra spin given to your ball. It is a proven psychological principle that whatever mental images you impress upon your subconscious mind, those exact images will be manifested into reality. So make sure your mental images are perfect. That is the advantage of practicing in your imagination. You can practice perfection. But when you actually practice by physically performing all the intricate actions, you cannot concentrate on each rapid, individual movement to perfection, and so you are actually practicing how to do it wrong instead of right. Practice does not make perfect, as the old saying goes. Only practice of perfection makes perfect. And until you become a real expert, you can only practice perfection in your imagination. Physical repetition of an action does not necessarily improve it. Certainly, it does not guarantee perfection. You may only be teaching yourself how to do it incorrectly. Remember the story about the new employee at the sawmill. The foreman had just instructed him in the use of a large, powerful electric saw. As the foreman turned away, he heard the new employee yell, "Ouch!" When the foreman rushed back to see what had happened, the new employee explained, "All I did was just put my hand over here." "Well, I'll be damned. There goes another one." Mere physical repetition does not guarantee perfection, or even improvement. You must first learn the proper form. Then, practice perfection in your imagination by consciously impressing into your subconscious mind mental pictures of yourself performing each action perfectly. Only then are you ready to physically practice and get the physical feel of what you have mentally practiced. That's how the professionals do it, that's how the experts do it, in every sport and In fact, in all situations which require practice to develop proficiency, such as public speaking, selling, meeting people, and just about every situation you can imagine, one of the most distinguished, poised, and charming women of our time says that she never enters a room full of people without first stopping to practice in her imagination how she will greet each person with friendly confidence, poise, and charm. If practicing in imagination is the proven way to perfection, why don't you do it, too?